Okay, we're gonna make this quick. I just wanted to make a video of 3 things that I learned while traveling over the past 2 months that I thought could be helpful to other people. 1, people are good everywhere on this planet. There are amazing people all around the world. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Those people are cynics and you must pray for them. 2, you don't need to be a millionaire to travel. 3, you don't need a full-blown itinerary to travel. You don't need every minute of your day planned, and I would actually recommend against it. To the first point, my favorite thing about traveling was meeting a new kind person every day. Like, people everywhere are just kind for the sake of being kind. They will recommend a restaurant that they like, a beautiful sight that they've seen, a great hike, place to listen to music. They will tell you places to go that have brought them joy because they want you, a stranger, to feel joy. What a concept. To my second point, I always thought that traveling was for rich people, millionaires. I never thought that I would be able to afford it until I got filthy rich. I'm not there yet, and I've been outside of the country many times in the past 5 years. One time I went to Costa Rica for 2 weeks just babysitting for a family. So not only did I not have to spend a dime to go to a different country, aside from paying for my passport, I got paid to be there. So there are ways, if traveling and seeing the world is something that you desire, you can do it. You can find a job nannying for somebody who will take you on vacation with them. It is possible. And if that's not something that interests you, there are hostels. There are buses. You do not need to rent a car everywhere that you go. You do not need to stay in a 5-star hotel. And to my third point, you don't need a full itinerary. I am not a plan A person. I don't really plan things meticulously at all. I'm more of a go with the flow kind of chick. Even though I knew I was going to be in Ireland for the entire month, I booked 2 nights in Dublin because I wasn't sure where I would want to go next. And the first day I was there, 2 barista girls asked me where I was going. And they said, if you have time, you have to go to Achill Island. We both just went there for the first time this summer. It's stunning. They showed me videos, they showed me photos, and I looked online and I found a bed and breakfast that I could stay in for reasonably cheap that had a bike that I could borrow. And I went to Achill Island. And then an older couple told me that I should go to Westport if I was going to Achill Island because it's on the way and it's beautiful. And they were right. Westport was amazing, and neither of these places were ever on my radar because I hadn't heard of them prior to going there. Actually, the best day in Ireland was waking up in Killarney and having nowhere to stay that night. My friends and I just found a place called Adair on the way to Dublin. We hopped off the bus. There were cute little thatch roof cottages, a castle to tour, and we went to 2 bed and breakfasts, and they were like, you are not gonna find a room in this town. There are multiple weddings going on. A bunch of bed and breakfasts closed because of COVID. This woman was like, but give me 1 second, I'm gonna call my son. And she called her son and we ended up staying at his house. She was like, you could stay at my son's house and come back here for breakfast in the morning and I'll get you fixed up. His mother drove us to his house. We stayed overnight. We woke up the next day and I had this massive suitcase. And we had no choice but to ride top down in this man's convertible because my suitcase was too big to fit in the tiny doors. And so in a convertible, top down through the countryside, on our way to eat an incredible breakfast made by a sweet angelic grandmother who just gave us the works. Brown bread, black and white pudding, sausage, ham, eggs, grilled tomatoes, beans, coffee, tea, juice, everything. And it cost us each less than $40 for that night and that meal, and she drove us to the bus. I guess I hope this video finds somebody who has never left their hometown and really wants to and doesn't know how. You don't have to know how, is my point. There will be good people where you are, and be smart. Don't go places with sketchy strangers. Book places online when you can with places that have reviews. Would I have stayed at this woman's random son's house if I were traveling alone? Probably not, because I am a female. So that's my video. It took me actually way longer to film this than I thought it was going to. The sun is setting behind me probably, but I hope that you go out there and I hope that you meet incredible people and I hope that you tell me about them. if you watch this video to the end, because here we are. I want to know how your travels went. I want to know more cool places to go. I want to go to Istanbul because I had a layover there and it looked really beautiful. Okay, ciao, ciao.